channel. What we have here, obviously you saw in the last video, we are cutting apart our 2004 Chevy 1500 Silverado here. We got our cab corners cut off, the inner and outer rocker panels cut off. I really want to get body filler and everything on here where we got to do our body work and everything ready to go for primer before the next video, just so we can keep this moving. I want to get this truck roadworthy so soon. If you didn't catch in last video, I cut the inner rocker panel off, but there's not much to weld to anymore because a lot of it has rusted through. Up here is quite rusty as well on this upper lip, so I just cut the panel out and I'm going to weld to the existing metal because it's a nice good surface right now. I don't want to pop the spot welds out and then like not have anything to weld to because everything's rusted through. So we're going to weld to this, and I'm probably going to cut that frontal panel off right where I did that diagonal line. I'm probably going to cut that. What we have is our air punch and flange tool from Harbor Freight. As you can see here, watch. This will give us the holes that we need to spot weld. As you can see, this is the result. I already did one. Punches a slight little hole. You mount this up against your metal, grind this out, weld it, next one, weld it, next one, weld it. Go all the way down the line. I'm gonna go through, punch all these holes, and kind of get everything lined up for where we need to go. For this one right here, I kind of do need to drill out some holes, possibly. However, I may get everything put on the truck first before I drill those through. Just kind of get up there, drill them through, and weld. I think I'm going to do that. It's that simple. I honestly thought we'd use a lot more pressure and stuff with that thing, but it really doesn't. It takes no pressure, no effort at all. And we have all of our spot weld holes ready to go back on. To this, let's get this in and get the outer on, and then we can get our cab corner in. Honestly guys, by the way this looks, inner rocker panel welded in the best we can, kind of the holes we have available. I still may come through here and drill something just right in the middle here so I can weld that in, and we should be good. Rocker panel. It looks good. Now I will say that when I cut this out, I did cut it a little too wide. And honestly, I'm going to assume when one of you guys are doing that, you're going to cut it too wide as well. Truthfully, not worried. The panel lines up darn good. Through welding and body filler, we should be fine. I'm going to weld this up and we can get onto the cab corner. guys, there we kind of have this. Everything's welded in. I ground down the welds, so it's kind of like a perfect seam where it can be. Very, very proud and happy with this front here. How awesome this turned out as well. Like I said, there's a slight seam right there because I cut too high, but we'll fix that, that's for sure. It looks good. It honestly looks good. I want to get everything, like, obviously I want to get all the seams and stuff cleaned up, but it looks good. I mean, obviously it doesn't look factory because there's different pieces right now, but with the body filler, with the paint, this should look 100 again. Really excited. I'm actually gonna call it a night tonight. I'm gonna get back at this side tomorrow. I can tell why people's like project cars and project trucks and stuff that buy it as a project, not even like, oh, as a build, but like as a project. Like, this is a project. This is not a build. There's so much to be done. Everything from the fuel pump to cab corners, rockers, paint. This is a project. And I can tell why people get like projects and then they sit in their barn, their garage, whatever, and they just don't get to it because frankly there's just not enough time. I even find myself struggling for time to get, you know, stuff like this done and live, you know, your life, do the normal things like eat, sleep, go to the gym, you know, hang out with Katie, all that stuff. You just try and live a normal life, and you get a project vehicle and it consumes a lot of your time, and this is crazy. It wears me out. I am like, I am beat up after this. It may not look like much, but look at the condition this vehicle is in. We got parts everywhere, so it really is kind of beat me up here. I can tell you that. We're on the home stretch. We are on the home stretch here. This rocker, this side is done. A little bit of body work, and we can get on the other side. I'm exhausted if you can't tell. Alright guys, next day I went over to the Eastwood store, picked up some stuff. I'll run you guys through what I picked up. Honestly, should have ordered online, used my own discount code, save some money, but I needed it today, so I just went over to the store and picked this stuff up. I picked up some fine paint strainers for when we do this because I'm definitely out. It's like 12 bucks for the whole thing. There's like 100 cones in there. I picked up 2 packages of paint mixing cups and lids. They were 4 bucks each, so 8 bucks total. Killer deal on that. I mean, I could probably buy them in bulk, but for what it was at the time, good. I got a 1.7 millimeter nozzle for this paint gun, so I can shoot the primer a little better. When it was coming out quite like almost blotchy and stuff. So bigger nozzle, more fluid coming out, should lay that primer better. And I also did pick up another one of the HVLP paint guns. This was an open box item. Somebody took it home and didn't assemble it right and then returned it, so I got a discount on that. That was about 50 bucks. Obviously a new paint gun, new air regulator for the bottom. And we ran out of welding wire yesterday, so I picked up a giant spool this time, not a baby one. 11-pound spool of welding wire that I was actually out at my truck. And I was going to load it in here, so we'll do that now. I'm going to open up our body filler that we got from Eastwood when we were doing our patch panels on the bed. Now this is the short strand fiberglass body filler. This is going to help with our little like panel separation and cracks. It'll allow us to fill that in a little bit, and any of the pinholes in the welds. This short strand fiberglass body filler will help us out tremendously. Do I miss the smell of body filler? Throw me back to the bedside. Then we got our new Harbor Freight mini spreader here, and we're just gonna fold this in. Back doing our favorite thing. Just gonna kind of go over our weld area here. In this case, this bodywork doesn't have to be crazy, like perfect. In the jams here, stuff is hardly seen anyway, so you don't gotta go crazy under here. Okay, so we got our cab corner all body filled. We have the inner jam body filled, and we have our front jam body filled. I was gonna go take and tackle the other side of this truck, but I guess I have a question. Asking, again, any experienced painters out there, what do I do in this case? Obviously, new primer and paint won't stick to in here. It's a glossy surface. Is a Scotch-Brite pad sufficient enough to come in here, sand all of our jams down like this, because obviously you can see it kind of gets in all of our grooves quite well. So obviously this isn't like a crazy like 80 grit or something. This is, I don't even know what grit, but is this sufficient enough to shoot primer over is my question. Same thing in here, sanding this down a little bit. I just need to know that kind of just to make sure that I'm not gonna waste my time doing all that, sanding it all down with just that, and then the primer will peel off or something. So if anyone has any advice on door jams and scuffing those up to repaint, please let me know. Also, me doing that, this has hardened up quite a bit, so I'm gonna go through, sand it out, see if we need to do a second coat of this on all of our jams real quick, and if not, we should be good, and see what we can do. Mixed up some regular just premium body filler, and I'm gonna run over everything. This isn't the fiberglass stuff, but I'm gonna run over everything so it's kind of like our top coat, seals in all the holes, and gets us a smooth surface when we sand it. What we have is our top coat of body filler on. It's looking good, it's looking sharp. All of our seams, edges, and stuff like that are, you know, covered up. They look good. Between now and the next video, what I want to do is get this sanded out, and I'll come over here and show you guys what we're dealing with. I kind of cleared everything out of our way, our hood and our fender and our door back up, so we can do this side rocker panel. See, this is where my mind is just, I'm losing it. I'm just losing it. With like the lack of space and everything everywhere and pieces everywhere, a truck that's just completely disassembled. Bolts, obviously this is all my fender bolts, but like bolts everywhere, just stuff, even like the tools I just used today, that mixed with all the rust and everything is just making my mind just, whew. Honestly, I'm just like, I need to like sit there and calm down for a second. Door, fender, grill, everything just everywhere is just crazy. It honestly is driving me up a wall. I need to do something to just calm down, bring me back, and just like, whew. It's just literally a cluster, and I just kind of want to get this thing back together slowly but surely. We're working on it. But in the next video, I do want to get everything jam-wise painted, and hopefully our doors back on. So guys, if you are enjoying this build, shoot this video a thumbs up. If you haven't been here before, please go down there, click subscribe. Thank you for the support and everything with this build. It's driving me crazy, guys. It's driving me crazy. I fully understand why people's builds sit in their barn, their garage, and everything forever, because this stuff takes an enormous amount of time to do and complete. So I want to thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for enjoying it, and we're so close. That's what's crazy in all this. We are so close to getting this thing like roadworthy. We just got to do it, guys. We just got to knock it out and make it happen. So I'll see you guys in the next video.